Welcome back to the Pig Trail Show. It is time for our Hog Hoops recruiting report with Kevin McPherson. He joins me right now. And Kevin, let's start things off talking about the staff situation over at Arkansas. Obviously, we saw David Patrick and Corey Williams both leave. Now we have Gus Arginal coming in. What do you think about how that staff is kind of shaping up right now and why those two guys decided to leave the program?
We know after an Elite Eight season, Arkansas had one of its best campaigns, and it's well documented in over 25 years. But you did have some staff shakeup. Corey Williams going to Texas Tech, David Patrick taking a similar role at Oklahoma, who has a new coaching staff. But Musselman's used to turnover. That's the thing. He had a lot of success at Nevada, got to a Sweet 16 his 4 seasons there, had a team that was ranked in the top 10 his last year there. Then he comes to Arkansas in year 2, gets to an Elite Eight. So 16 assistants through 6 seasons. He'll enter his 7th season, with a lot of staff turnover, but a lot of success. So I think when we see the player and roster movement, churning at a high rate, now we see the staff. Musselman just keeps going. And when you look at the hire of Arginal, it's a familiar face. It's someone that's worked with Eric Musselman, served on his staff the final 2 seasons at Nevada. He went on to Cal State Fullerton. Obviously, Musselman came to Arkansas. Now he's got him in the fold. And I really look for potentially another familiar face, maybe someone with some NBA background, coaching-wise, in this next hire to replace David Patrick. What will be the third associate head coach entering year 3 under Musselman at Arkansas. But, again, he hasn't missed a step in terms of results. And so what seems like instability maybe to fans is just kind of par for the course for Musselman in the way that he does things.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like it's something that we're probably going to see a lot with Eric Musselman as the head coach. And it's as long as people still are wanting to come play with him and coach with him, that's a good sign. So, all right, let's get to recruiting though. I know you want to talk about Bobby Klintman, 2022 guy and the #1 prospect in Sweden. So, what can you tell us about him?
International flavor. It's interesting because he's now going to be at Sunrise Christian Academy in Kansas, which is one of the top independent schools in the high school level. 247 Sports rates him as a 4-star, but he was the top player in Sweden. And there are folks I talked to that believes he's really a 5-star caliber, 6'8" wing. He's a plus shooter from 3, but he's also got really great court awareness. And when you watch him play, he's got sort of that European style where he'll penetrate, kick out to guys offsetting for 3-point shots. So he's crafty in the way that he not only creates his own offense, but sets up others as a playmaker. But again, 6'8" with length. Here's a guy that Arkansas has been in contact with since the fall of 2020. I talked to him recently, and, he told me that he's definitely, Arkansas's up there. Kansas has offered him Virginia, a host of other high major schools. But he's talked to Eric Musselman. Clay Moser, the other assistant coach on Arkansas staff, who's been here the entire time with Muss, is really kind of Arkansas's connection to international recruits. So he's been directly involved as well in this young man's recruitment to Arkansas. But we'll see where it shakes out and how it lands. There's a lot of big time schools that I mentioned that are in pursuit, but I think Arkansas's in a great spot. His older brother Ibby Klintman just signed a letter of intent with UCA, so he'll be down the road in Conway starting next season. So maybe there's some, let's get closer to Big Brother where we play our college ball. That might benefit Arkansas if that's the case.
Well, also we have Chris Bunch, and he's got a connection with this coaching staff out of California, 6'7" wing. What can you tell us about who he knows on that staff for Arkansas?
Well, he knows Gus Arginal because Gus's brother, Justin, is the head coach at De La Salle High School in Concord, California, where Bunch plays. 6'7" wing, 247 Sports ranks him the number 89 player in the 2022 class, a 4-star. Another shooter. This guy is really a top-notch shooter from 3-point distance, great catch and shoot. He's got good length and size, a guy that, again, when you talk about the connection to the staff, is Arkansas, Arginal, after serving under Musselman at Nevada, has been the associate head coach at Cal State Fullerton the past couple of seasons. He's a West Coast guy. You start to see more and more Arkansas get on the radar of some of these California prospects, and Chris Bunch is the latest, and he reported his offer on Friday.
And Darren Ford, another 2022 guy, he's got his official visit now set up with Arkansas. When is he planning on coming to the Hill?
The first day you can do it, June 1st. I think it's a Tuesday. It's a 48-hour official visit window, so that'll probably wrap up sometime on the 3rd. But, he's a top 40 national guy, in-state guy from Magnolia, a two-time 4A state champion. Arkansas has been pursuing him, seems like forever. He'll be a senior this coming season. He's going to take a break from the spring, summer, and grassroots basketball. He was with Houston Hoops on the EYBL circuit. He's going to train in Magnolia. He's going to do some training in Central Arkansas with Hogs icon Joe Johnson for the remainder of the spring and summer. So it'll be interesting to track him. But June 1st to the 3rd, it's still a dead period till the end of May. So he'll be the first chance he gets, he's going to be in Fayetteville for that official visit.
It's going to be nice to start having recruits actually come on campus again. I'm sure the coaches are all excited about that. But that's going to do it for our recruiting report, our Hog Hoops recruiting report with Kevin McPherson. Thanks again for talking with us. We'll be back with more on the pig trail right after the break.